Welcome to another episode from Zach Meglin Collectibles, where we rip everything sports cards and notable collectibles. Today we're going to find out which product is best the second time around. Is it 2025 Topps Chrome Update Baseball, or is it 2025 Topps Archive Baseball? Let's find out. Welcome back, YouTube. Thank you for joining us once again here at Zach Meglin Collectibles. Today we have a pair of second rounders, okay? As you can see, we have two different products. We have in this corner 2025 Topps Chrome Update Baseball. And in this corner we have Topps Archive Baseball. So it's not really a box battle because we only have one of the archive. However, we're trying to find out which one is really better the second time around. All right, so as you know, based on previous videos, we've opened up Topps Chrome Update, the value box. All right, so as you know, the hits were not coming on that one. So that's why we had to rip it again. On the other hand, we had a box of Topps Archive, weren't really expecting much, and was pleasantly surprised that we were able to get our money back in more through eBay sales right after our rip. So today we're going to find out the second time around which one is better. All right, so, but of course, there's a major difference in price point. With Topps Chrome Update, as you know, the controversy lies whether or not this is overpriced. $40 a box is what you pay for. And we got this from GameStop. Actually, both products were purchased from GameStop, which means we got additional discounts being pro members. But for the sake of this rip, we're going to give you the prices that you would get if you were not a pro member. So $40 for Topps Chrome Update, and one box of Topps Archive is $25. So right there off the bat, you're sort of skewed because of the price difference. As you know, Topps Chrome Update has better potential, apparently. So we've got two of those boxes. They essentially paid $80 for two boxes if you don't want to include the discounts. And this one right here, the archive, was only $25. So we're going to find out which is better the second time around. This is a time, hopefully, for redemption for Topps Chrome Update. And for archive, a chance to really show that this is something that you should run out and grab if you have not already done so. So the big difference, of course, is with the Topps Chrome Update, the home of the rookie patch auto. Now, some of our viewers have questioned whether or not you can grab a patch auto. All right, so there are odds in this box that you can grab one. Now, are they probably better than a hobby or jumbo? No, but you can never say never. All right, could we be one of those guys that pulls something? That'd be crazy. The odds are not in our favor. But who knows, if we wish it into existence, you never know. All right, so let's get started. We will set things up with our rip today. So if you have not viewed our previous videos, the latest video is first round of Topps Chrome Update Baseball. And the one before that is sneaky early good release of Topps Archive. So backstory with the archive, we had never had any intention to initially rip that product, but after ripping it, because we got a box to save on some shipping for a Topps order, we were pleasantly surprised. Now, of course, you know, if you have the expectations that you're not going to get anything significant, then of course you usually will become pleasantly surprised. However, with Topps Chrome Update, that is an expensive gamble, all right? Thinking that you're not going to get anything when you're paying $40 already. So you don't really want to play that game. You want to hope something meaningful is coming out. Now, many people have given up on Topps Chrome Update, especially since patch auto of Nick Kurtz was pulled. All right, so we have not, but I will admit this is probably going to be our last rip of both of these products. However, note to self, probably in the future, I wouldn't be against maybe getting a hobby of Topps Archive, because I believe it was like a little over $100, maybe $125, which we know as it's not cheap. However, hobby boxes in the low 100s is usually a good deal compared to what you see from Panini products, or even lately, the Topps Chrome products as well. So, if you're not aware, there is big releases this week. So this is coming out in the Mega Box Edition, which we hope to grab a box or two just to show on and rip on the channel, as well as NBA, the Chrome version comes out. So we do have that coming. Hopefully we luck out and we get that early. So stay tuned for those videos. All right, so let's start with Topps Chrome. Hopefully we'll not be disappointed. As you know, we've got 4 cards in this per pack, and with Archives, you have 8 cards per pack. So let's get to it. Can we get a little redemption and get an auto? All right, so we start with the Sepia. All right, Chase Petty. All right, Sepia. And Justin Turner. Yeah, people are giving me flack, calling it Sepia. What was I calling it? Sepia. I think they just didn't want me to call it Sepia, right? All right, here we go. On to the next one. We've gotten this one before, and we're going to get a refractor, it looks like, coming up on this pack. No, it's a Sepia again. It is Harrison Bader and Grant Wolfram. All right. Oh, I was calling it Sepia, Sepia. All right, here we go. There we go. On to the next one. Come on, update. Let's get something good. All right, we are going to get it looks like all right, here we go. So we've got Jordan Vivas and a Camilo Doval in this Sepia. And there you go. So once again, off to a questionable start. Not good. I don't blame some of you guys for sitting it out. All right, here we go. Looks like we're going to get something, an insert. All right, here we go. And a CP Mason Fluharty. There you go. I know we have some Blue Jay fans. Jacob Wilson on the Night Terrors. There you go. Our first insert. So we're coming down with a 3 packs. All right, first box is not popping yet. All right, here we go. Looks like we're going to get a refractor here. And it is of Ryan Johnson. I don't think we've ever gotten this one before. And Brad Lord. All right, that's what I got to say. Good Lord, what's going on with this start here? Okay. 2 more packs on this first box. Honestly, nothing sleeve worthy, okay? So a lot of people, 28 cards is what they're saying. 28 cards, $40. All right, so we definitely don't have $40 here thus far. Okay, we have a Ryan Gusto, and I think it's just a standard, right? It's not a refractor. You usually get 1, that's why. All right, so there you go. All right, so we're down to our last pack. And looking at these cards, I'd be lucky to get $10 for what we've pulled thus far. Okay, so not a good way to redeem yourself so far, Topps. All right, we're going to get a 1 Ray Wave, it looks like. All right, here we go. Oh, what is that? That just fell out. Look at that. What's going on, Topps? Look at this. This fell out of the pack. All right. So was this like part of the cut? Look at that. Quality control. Once again, I guess this, look. Is that almost perfectly matches? My gosh. Look at that. Topps once. That's a first, guys. A part of the cut falling out of the pack. I mean, geez. All right. Chad Patrick, we've got a Nathan Wiles. Don't know about Mr. Wiles, but that pack was wilding. All right, so that ends with a glorious thud, okay? So we're going to just sleeve this up. We're not going to display it. I mean, should this be on display? Look at that. Wow. All right. You know, we've had some issues with Topps lately. If you know that we opened the last hobby box, which is a round 2. We're into pack number box number 2. Anyways, when we ripped that open, there was no auto. So, wow. Now we get a piece of the cut of the card. Crazy. All right, here we go. We're going to get a blue. All right, we're getting our first colored parallel, okay? Should be numbered. We're getting a blue of a Yankee, and it is going to be Jorbit Vivas. This one is out of 150. Jorbit Vivas on this blue, almost like a wave here. Tell me what kind of parallel this is, guys. It's out of 150. We got 99 out of 150 on this one. So we are going to sleeve it up. We are going to put it up for a demo. Jorbit Vivas, we got a blue. All right, let's move this over so we don't have so much glare coming off. There you go. Okay. And we get a sepia, all right, of Robert Hassel III and Caleb Freeman. All right, not bad. We got a numbered card. Hopefully this box makes up for it. We got more in here. So I don't know. Is it where it's coming from? Is it because it's a GameStop box? Maybe the boxes are better, Walmart or Target? You tell me about your rips, guys. Here we go. All right, we got a Cade Horton, and we've got a sepia of Yarmil Geraldo. At least it's a rookie. And a Will Castro. All right. Only thing I could say we got going for these cards thus far is the nice chrome finish. Okay. All right. That card worth $80. So, doubt it, right? But you never know. All right. Here we go. All right. Here we go. And we got a refractor of Jonathan Aranda. I didn't even know this dude made the All-Star team. Oh, there you go. We've got a nice one of Mr. James Wood on the sepia. All right. So let's sleeve that up. And we've got his counterpart there, his teammate Dylan Cruz. So let's sleeve that up. James Wood. James Wood. Who else would be good? Jacob Wilson. They'd be nice guys to get patch autos of. So, going back, I guess one of our viewers was he's really down on this product, and he was mentioning in the comments section that, it'd be a waste. And I don't blame you guys for having that kind of reaction, but he was so upset about this product and everything that he was saying, well, you're never going to pull a patch auto out of a blaster. Of course, like I said, the odds are not with you in regards to that. However, he did add in his comments that, if you ever can prove that one was pulled, I'll buy you a patch auto. All right. So, hold on. Let's finish this one first. Keyshoal. And we are going to get a sepia of Caden Dana. And we're going to get our insert of Mike Trout with Power Player. So, it looks like each box gets a insert somewhere along the way. And if the trend holds up, you're also going to get a dud, okay, which is a pack with no refractor or parallel or insert in it. Okay, so anyways, going back to that one viewer, he was mentioning how, hey, if I could show him that one has been pulled between 2023 and 25, then he'd buy me a patch auto, okay? However, of course, I quickly went onto Google and I looked it up of a story, and there were at least 2 that I found. Okay, like I said, it's not common, but I guess Topps Ripped, I think a year or 2 ago, had an article where a guy went to Target, bought a blaster, and pulled a patch auto. Not to say that it's happening now or can happen, because many of us believe that the breakers have all the juiced up boxes, because some of them are pulling like, I know they have a lot of inventory with the cases, but some are pulling like 3 in a case, which is crazy, right? So, all right, here we go. We have a refractor of Rhett Lauder, about to call him Rhett Lauder, as well as this guy right here. So this year, unfortunately, the rookie class is nowhere near what it's been in the past. So that's why you're getting more like who? As opposed to last year, there were probably like at least 10 at minimum good rookies to hit. So we have a James Wood on the base. Okay, I guess this might be the one where you're not going to get any special refractors. You're getting all rookies at least, but nothing special. I believe this guy's patch auto has been pulled, or his debut patch. So in the comments, guys, all right, so we're gonna lead off with that question, okay? We're going to lead off because, as you know, as we take a break, that we have giveaways, and thus far we are giving away the following. We're giving that away, we're giving that away, and we're giving a mystery tin, all right, a tin full of cards that if you win it, you tell me who your favorite team is, throw in a pack or two, and try and fill it up with cards of your favorite team and maybe 1 or 2 of your favorite player as well. So that's what we're giving away. And in order to qualify for a giveaway, you need to watch this video to the end, all right, which seems like we're halfway there. You need to be subscribed, of course, first and foremost. You need to share this video. You need to like this video and comment. Now, the comment is going to be, well, let's start with that. We're going to ask 2 questions. And our first question is, if given a choice of the remaining patch autos that have yet to be pulled, so no Nick Kurtz, he's been pulled, Kevin Alcantara, I believe, I'm trying to figure out who are the other notable ones that have been pulled. Who would that one be for you? Who would your selection be? Because as mentioned, I don't know if our viewer is serious about it. He was so adamant that he wrote it down, but he said if I could prove that a patch auto has been pulled from a blaster in the past 2 or 3 years, he'd buy me one. So let's see if he comes through. All right, so here we go. So fun little thing to see. All right, if you had a choice, someone was going to buy you a patch auto, all right, and it's not already been hit, okay, who would you want to pull, okay, or have someone buy for you that has not already been hit in this year's class, okay? There you go. All right, so Torkelson, we're going to get a Ray Wave of Maverick Handley. And there you have it. All right, guys. So I think that does it for me in regards to value boxes in this product. All right, it's not cheap, and megas are not going to be cheap, but we're going to give tops a chance to redeem themselves with this product, because I think this is going to say a lot. Because if we're getting these kind of hits coming out of value boxes from baseball, then what are we to expect from basketball, where was it $50 a blaster or value box, and what, close to $85 for Topps Chrome update, Topps Chrome basketball, a mega box. So if we're not getting it right now retail for baseball, which is the flagship, right? What's going to happen with basketball? So let's find out. All right, so we're going to move right along to archives, okay? So that was one of our questions. We're going to ask another question towards the end. And as you know, based on our live stream, you can be a winner. All right, you can just join our and subscribe, the last week of December, catch this video or whatever, and you comment, like, share, and do all that stuff, and you could win your own prize that we are giving away and yet to announce that we're going to give away. All right, so we're moving on to archives, okay? What we love about archives, clean design, clean looking card. You can see how vibrant, the color is and the photo is of the card in an old school kind of setup, all right? These are designs from the past. I'm not going to go through them again, so let's check it out. At the very least, these are nice looking cards. This is $25, all right? So if you're just getting in to collecting, $25, all right, definitely more affordable. You can see nice photos on these. It's not the chrome finish, but it is not a cheap kind of paper stock on these. Okay. All right, so we have a Aaron Judge. Nice looking card. What does this say? It's a... I'm trying to read what that says. Cyber Stats. Okay, Aaron Judge. Nice card. We will sleeve that up. Of course, the value of these cards cannot compare to the value you'd get in Chrome, mainly because Chrome costs so much, right? But if you get a card, like last time, I think we got a Shohei card that was like sold for like 14, 15 bucks. That's already more than half the value of the box. And some of these cards, now I remember, there are these nice black parallels that are coming through in these cards. And those actually sold for like, you know, some $3 to $5, $6 each. So definitely, if you put that card out there, if you're trying to flip it, you can get your money back and then some, right? All right, here we go. This one's a little bit thicker, it appears, but nothing special. It just felt thicker. Oh, there we go. So we got a black parallel, which I believe you're guaranteed 4 of them. All right. So, see, Ronald Acuna, we got this one before. And on this one, we get Salvador Perez. Nice, clean-looking card. All right. Is he a Hall of Famer, guys? Because he's had a pretty good, low-key, good career. I think he's going to retire soon, but I don't know. I don't follow him too well, but a lot of people are saying that he is at least Hall-worthy of consideration. There's old-school Rod Carew, who played for my team as a child, which were the Angels, the California Angels. Look at that. Babe Ruth with this old-school card. All right, this card, I don't know. It could be some value here. Eddie Murray, who spent some time with the Dodgers. All right, there you go. So, cool-looking cards, okay? The expectations are low, so the disappointment factor is not going to usually be found in this product, unlike in the Topps Chrome Update Blasters. All right, here we go. On to the next one. So this is the one that hopefully is, we got the Satchel Paige already before. Trey Turner, and we've got a Colt Keith. Colt Keith. There you go on the black as well. I think last time we pulled like an Aaron, who was that? Derek Jeter. That one sold for pretty good. So you never know. There's Volpe. A lot of fans are down on him. And we got a rookie. We haven't had too many rookies here. Okay, moving right along. Thank you for sticking with us. We got another question to ask you guys. So stay tuned for that so that you will have the resources of how to qualify for our giveaway. All right, so we're going to get a yellow, which I will clarify. There's Alex Rodriguez as well. Aaron Judge, there you go. Aaron Judge. We get Alcantara. And, all right, so we thought, last time we thought a Kyle Tucker of this card here was an auto. We were a little confused, okay? Obviously, we now know that these are, like, duplicated in each card. So this is what they call a stand-up card, all right? I don't know what year they had these, but this is a stand-up card. They got some value, okay? It's Jace Jung for all of the Tiger fans out there. Last time we pulled a Kyle Tucker of this card, but there you go. Let's pull Captain America there a little bit. All right, so we're going to finish with a McAble. And, there you go. Talk about old school. Honest Wagner, okay? There you go. All right, so down to 3 packs. Here we go. So we're looking for megas. All right, I think megas drop on Wednesday of this week, and Topps Chrome Basketball is finally here on Thursday. We are hoping for some luck once again. We are hoping that we get our product early. There we go. We have a Reese Hines rookie card on this one here, and we got one of the better catchers to follow, Johnny Bench. So it seems like we're following suit with what we got last time, where we got a rookie amidst the black foil parallels. All right, down to final 2 packs. before we can get you going on to the rest of your day. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting our channel. And if I don't tell you as we get closer, happy holidays to you all. All right, here we go. We are going to get, we're going to get one of those Major League All-Star cards coming up. We got Vlad. We've got, who is it going to be? Oh, new Dodger, Edwin Diaz. There he goes. He's leaving. Do you see how he's leaving the mound? That's like him leaving New York for L.A. Sorry, Mets fans. All right, we got a Dodger. We got another Dodger. We got Clayton Kershaw on this All-Star card, now retired. And another Dodger, Mookie Betts. There you go. All right, so it's time to ask another question that is going to qualify you for our giveaway. And that is going to be, last time we asked who's going to get traded, all right, during this offseason. And people were calling out people that were like Pete Alonso, who actually signed as a free agent. So this time we are going to ask a question in regards to who you think is going to win the Cy Young Award this upcoming year, not named Paul Skeens or Tarik Skubal. Is there a chance that they can go, in Skubal's case, back to back to back? Yes, there is. But for the sake of argument and for the sake of interest, we want you to guess who you think is Cy Young worthy and will win Cy Young this year, who's not named Paul Skeens or Tarik Skubal, okay? And as you know, Skubal may be headed to the Dodgers. We're about to find out very soon. As we end this month of December, that means what? We're like 3 months away from spring training? Crazy, right? All right, here we go. Last pack. Nothing crazy thus far, guys. We're going to get our black. We're not going to get an auto, which I've seen some people pull. But here we go. We've pied this pack before. We're going to get a rookie, Angel Martinez. And Steven Kwan, who we'd like to see on the Dodgers. And there's Dylan Cruz, his rookie card. All right, so there you have it, guys. A fun rip in regards to archives, yet utter disappointment once again with Topps Chrome Update. At least we did a little bit better, all right, compared to last time. We got a numbered to blue, and we've got this sepia refractor or parallel, and we got these cards from archives. All right, so thank you for joining us. Like I said, stay tuned. The next time you're going to see Topps Chrome Update on this channel is either going to be hanger boxes or fat packs, or it's going to be the mega box. All right, until next time, thank you for joining us.